Welcome to Fascinating Flash. Today we're looking at a really fascinating figure from Norse myth, Heimdall.
Yes, Heimdall. He's often just seen as the Bifrost Guardian, but he's so much more central.
Right, pivotal for cosmic balance, you might say.
Exactly. And when you dig into the sources, you find these amazing, sometimes kind of conflicting details about him.
Let's start with his origin, because that's immediately striking, isn't it? Very unusual parentage.
Oh, absolutely. It's really unique. He's generally called a son of Odin, okay? But the kicker is he apparently had 9 mothers.
9. Wow.
Yeah, 9 mothers, often described as sisters. Now, interpretations vary. Sometimes they're Jotun, giants. Sometimes more like powerful, maybe primordial beings. Or even personifications of sea waves, daughters of Aegir and Ran.
So a real mix of the divine and these ancient elemental forces.
Precisely. And he said he was born right at the edge of the world.
Which suggests that connection to limits, to boundaries right from the start.
It really sets him up for his role.
Okay, so beyond this wild origin story, what did he actually look like? And tell us about those senses he's famous for.
Well, he's often called the White God. Could mean luminous, pale, maybe suggests purity. Hard to say for sure. But the detail everyone remembers. His teeth. Solid gold.
Golden teeth, seriously.
Yep. Earned him the nickname Gullintani, meaning golden-toothed. Quite an image.
Definitely imposing, right, maybe? With those senses.
The senses were something else entirely. Super developed, almost beyond belief. The texts say he could hear grass growing down in Midgard.
Hear grass grow.
Or wool growing on sheep, even miles and miles away.
That's incredible vigilance. And his sight.
Just as good. Could see it for hundreds of miles, didn't matter if it was day or night. And sleep. Almost none. Less than a bird, they say.
Making him perfect for that constant watch duty.
The ideal sentinel, yeah. Stationed up in Himmelbjörg, his sky castle, right there beside the Bifrost Bridge. Always watching.
And central to that watch is his horn, the Horn. Everyone knows about that.
The Horn, right? Its blast, it said, echoed through all the 9 worlds.
So its main job was the big warning signal.
Primarily, yes, to alert all the gods when Ragnarok finally begins. The big cosmic fire alarm, basically.
The great cosmic alarm. I like that.
But there's a bit more to it, possibly. Some ambiguity.
Yeah.
Well, a few sources hint that maybe he used the horn for something else, too. Like perhaps drinking from Mimir's well, the well of wisdom.
Like Odin gave his eye, Heimdall gave what? His ear?
Possibly sacrificed an ear, yes. Or maybe even the horn itself was somehow connected to the well or used in a way that cost him something. It adds another layer of mystery to him,
It does. So the horn isn't just an alarm clock. Now, being the ultimate guard, that naturally set him against Loki, right? Order versus chaos.
Absolutely. They were perfect foils. A famous story has them fighting over Freyja's necklace, the Brisingame.
Ah, yes, Loki stole it.
He did. And Heimdall fought him to get it back. They apparently transformed into seals for the battle.
Seals. Okay, that's Norse myth for you.
Yeah. Heimdall won, recovered the necklace, really shows him as the protector figure.
And Loki didn't exactly like him for it, I imagine.
Not at all. In the poem Lokasenna, Loki just lays into Heimdall with insults, mocks his hateful life, always on guard, always having a wet or stiff back.
Ouch. From being out in the elements constantly, probably.
That's the implication, yeah. Constant duty. Their enmity is deep.
Okay, so Cosmic Guardian, Loki's nemesis. But there's also this potential link to humanity that seems quite different.
It is. There's this poem, Rigsula. It potentially identifies Heimdall with a character called Rig.
Rig.
Yeah, Rig. This figure travels through Midgard, the world of humans, visits 3 different households, poor, middling, and wealthy, and fathers children in each.
And these children become?
The ancestors of the 3 main social classes. The thralls or servants, the carls or free farmers, and the jarls, the warrior nobility.
Whoa. So Heimdall might not just be guarding the cosmos, but actually setting up human society's structure.
That's the interpretation, yes.
Yeah.
A sort of founding father of the social order.
That's a huge addition to his portfolio.
It is. Though it's worth noting, scholars debate this. Some argue Odin fits the Rig character better. It shows how flexible myths can be, how they get reinterpreted.
All right, layers upon layers. Which brings us, inevitably, to Ragnarok. What's his final destiny?
As you'd expect, he plays a crucial role right at the start. He's the first to spot the forces of chaos giants, monsters, Loki's horde advancing on Asgard.
He sees them coming, hears them.
Exactly. And that's when he blows the Horn, that final echoing blast to muster the gods for the last battle.
The signal is given, and then?
Then the fighting begins.
Yeah.
And the prophecy is clear. Heimdall and Loki, his arch-rival, are fated to meet one last time.
Face to face.
Face to face. And they kill each other. A perfectly symmetrical, if grim, end to their eternal conflict.
Wow. What a figure. Tireless guardian, that mysterious birth, the senses, the horn, the feud with Loki, maybe even founding human classes.
Yeah.
He's incredibly complex.
He really is.
It really leaves you thinking, doesn't it? What do all these pieces, some clear, some fragmented, some maybe contradictory, tell us about how the Norse viewed things like order, vigilance, those boundaries between worlds? Or maybe even how their own understanding of the gods changed over time?
That's the fascinating question, isn't it? What these stories reflect back at us.
Thanks for joining us on Fascinating Flash. Until next time.